It was a cold, blustery, rainy morning. Matthew and Victoria and Indigo set off on day 41 on their Camino to the end of the earth. It really was. The winds died off a little bit, but we're just in a bit of shelter right now, and the rain's stopped for a bit, but it's given it rain and wind all day. Day 41. Maybe we'll be in Fisterre tomorrow, who knows. The albergue last night was very nice, it was very new, lovely people owned it. It was in, what's the name of the place we're in?
Moronia?
We're in Moronia, Casa Pepa, name of the albergue. A little bit high price for albergue, it was 12 euros each, but breakfast was cheap, 3 euros for the two of us, and they're able to make us some big plate of pasta. Last night was all we could really have. We're just in the middle of nowhere, there's no shops, it's Sunday today, we've got a packet of dates and water to keep us going through the day. It is lashing it down, has been wind, hailstones. I think our Camino for today is almost over. I couldn't take the camera right earlier on because we were going through storm force winds, rain just coming in sideways. The winds were actually scary. I was looking around for branches of trees coming down, trees coming over, some really strong gusts coming in that were nearly like blowing us off the road. So couldn't even take the camera right or else I would have got drowned. But we walked straight for like 12, 13 kilometers without stopping, and Indigo slept through the whole thing. So awesome. And now we just stopped at this like refuge, and we're about 1 kilometer away from Olveiroa. And I think, considering the weather, I think we're probably going to stay there because the rain is coming sideways. It's gone down my legs into my socks. Both our shoes are completely soaking. My boxer shorts are soaking where the water is soaked up. The only dry guy is this fella here. We're soaking.
Baba, Dada, Mama. Baba, Dada, Mama.
We found a nice albergue in Olveiroa and Olveiroa, and it's got a bar, restaurant, shop, everything attached, so we don't have to go anywhere out into the crazy weather, storms that we've been having. So that's an early stop for us today. It makes a change. We're usually the last ones in, but we're the only ones here. We haven't gone to the municipal albergue. We've gone to a private one. Look, we'll probably have this whole room to ourselves, and we've got Wi-Fi, and so we're happy to stay here for the day. And if we get some good weather tomorrow, we'll have a great walk to Finisterre. Day 42 of our Camino to Fisterre. We're going. This is a great map here. At the minute we're in Olveiroa here, and we're going to go up along here to at least here, if not on to the end of the earth. So we've got this mountain range to go over. Like I said, mountain range, it's not very high, but still apparently it's way out in the open, and we've got about 15 kilometers of nothingness. No cafe, so hopefully Indigo will sleep the whole way. We've had a mixture of sunshine, hailstones, all sorts of things today, but you can see it looks really beautiful, some of the pictures, if we get some good weather for it, some of the things we might see along the way. We stayed in albergue Horreos last night, and these are Horreos, these things that are sitting on stilts, very old ones. And we're not quite sure what they are, what they're used for. Look pretty cool. Maybe I guess they're for storing something.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey Andrea, how are you?
Fine.
great. Just leaving as well, yeah? You're late leavers as well, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah. Can you tell us what these are? What they're for?
Storage.
Storage, just, yeah? Okay.
Storage is for the crops and stuff.
Okay, okay.
So it's very, very common here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's common like the rest of Spain.
No, just up the north we've seen them a bit.
Yeah.
But just around here they're like in stone, like they last for centuries probably. It's a beautiful morning. It's crystal clear water. So fresh. And this old waterway to take the water down to the field. This walk today is supposed to be one of the most beautiful of the whole Camino, if you have the weather for it. At the minute we got the weather, so how does it get any better than this? Looking forward to seeing the ocean today. At some stage we'll see it after we go over a couple of hills, I'd say. Maybe in the next hour or so. It'll be our first sighting of the ocean in almost 900 kilometers. Like a nice river to paddle if you're a kayaker. A little technical, but nice. Just feel so much energy from the river. I love rivers, I feel attracted to them. There's so much energy from it. Good advertising here. Camino de Finisterre, last bar for 15 kilometers to say, eat and drink now, thanks. We're now approaching the split in the road, in the Camino, where we can either go left to Fisterre or right to Horreos. And our feeling is to go left to Fisterre. So here it is. Left or right? We go left. I managed to shift that cloud over to the left, coming straight for us, just with a little hand movement, a little bit of intention, just moving it out, and eventually it went out and round. It's feeding time.
It's not going to feed while you're talking and making a video.
Okay, that's me told. I believe we're about to see an explosion in the popularity of walking the various Caminos, particularly this one. I think I looked at some statistics and I think it was in 1985, 2,000 people walked the Camino. And they might not have walked the whole thing, maybe at least 100 kilometers to get the compostela or what was recorded at the various albergues. And today, I think 2012 or 2011, 100,000 people walked the Camino. So that's a lot of people from 1985, 2000 that year to 2011 or 2012, I think it was, 100,000 people. So it's like gone up and up and up. But I think it's really about to explode. And it's down to things like, you know, the book, The Pilgrimage by Paulo Coelho, the film The Way by Emilio Estevez, and the internet, the popularity of the internet, and what people are seeing. Like these, I'm sure this vlog is going to help it along his way as well. I was also looking at some information. They said back in the 14th century, it was reported that 1 million people walked this Camino. That's huge, considering the population back then wasn't that big. So people from all over Europe walked from all over Europe to this Camino and walked it. So I think, we think like 100,000 people walking it is big, but I think we're going to start to see statistics in the next number of years, like what happened in the 14th century, where it took like 1 million people walking it. So I think we're going to start seeing things like that happening again now. It's a resurgence. The energy is coming up to do it, and people are going to do it. People are going to get back to the base things of walking. The 20th century was the age of not doing much, of going in vehicles and cars and things like that, and even into the early 21st century. But now I think people are going to get back to the roots of simply walking. It's what humans were made to do. We do it so well, we walk so well. And the benefits of walking just go beyond the physical. It's a complete holistic thing of mind, body, spirit. It encompasses everything. We get so much out of walking. So I think we'll be gone of the days of the ab blaster machines and things like that, and people just get back to walking. I took my focus off the cloud busting, and look what happened. It started raining. Many people get the bus from Santiago to Fisterre just to see it. But if you got the time, definitely walk. You're not going to get all this on the bus. This is definitely one of the most beautiful walks of the whole Camino, and many people don't do it. Many people we met along the way, they were just going as far as Santiago. Some were going to get the bus to Finisterre, but very few are actually going to walk it. For me, it's like mandatory. I did actually, walking into Santiago, I just felt so incomplete, because Victoria was talking about stopping in Santiago and not going to Finisterre, or getting the bus to Finisterre. For me, it was like a feeling of incompleteness of stopping in Santiago. So this is just, I'm so glad that we're walking it. So glad that Victoria agreed to walk it. So glad we're getting amazing weather. How does it get any better than this?
Hey Daddy.
Hey honey. Wouldn't see all this getting the bus, would we?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I think for me, I've had more inspiration and more ideas and thoughts come to me for things that I want to do when I get home, and in this last few days just walking to Finisterre than I have probably on the whole Camino. So I don't know if that's to do with just deciding to stay awake and be here rather than drifting, or that it just took that long for the inspiration to come, but yeah.
Definitely as well feel some sort of integration process happening as we are completing the walk, of everything that was kind of flying on around in my head and all around me is sort of coming together now. There she blows. It's faint because there's cloud over it and rain on it, but that is the ocean right in the middle of the camera at the bottom, just past the tops of the trees. That's the ocean, folks. That's a big thunderstorm just out to sea there. Views are incredible. Feeling up here is amazing. This is just so awesome. Wow. Worth walking for. Wow, this is definitely right up there in the top few walks of the Camino. It's just awesome, absolutely incredible. I'm so thankful we got a good day for it. If we would have walked this yesterday, it would have been really rough. This descent is by no means easy, but it looks like we're going to be going into a beautiful seaside town. So we're staying in C, is that right? C. Another 16 kilometers to Finisterre. What is it, what, 3:30, 4 o'clock? This is us in the centre of C, and we're looking for somewhere to stay. A couple of the albergues are closed, but I think we'll find somewhere. Even if we have to stay in a pension, we'll find somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Indigo's first lesson in jiu-jitsu moves. It's taking on a cushion. So Indigo, you show that cushion who's boss. Get your leg wrapped around it.